Sacco and Felice, New York and New Jersey's premier attorneys at law. Their team brings decades of experience across a wide range of practice areas. Whatever life brings, they're your legal team. From everyday matters to complex cases, they've got you covered with the experience you need and the results you want. Because when life gets complicated, they make it simple. SaccoFelice.com. SACCOFILLAS.com. 2 C's, 2 L's.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Sunday morning. Well, Easter Sunday. Well, with us today is Gordon Chang, and there's nobody better than him on what's going on in the Far East with the, with the Chinese, and they're one of our biggest friends, but they're one of our biggest enemies too. Well, Gordon, give us an update.
The important thing that happened last month was that the Chinese couple that planted a bomb near the visitor center of MacDill Air Force Base in Florida, that's an important base. Fortunately, the device did not go off, but it has all the hallmarks of a Ministry of State Security operation. The reason why this is important is that because during the Biden administration, we had all sorts of suspicious individuals from China cross into the border, and they haven't been tracked. In the beginning, when Biden opened the border, there was a surge of Chinese migrants, and most of them were families, which is a real indication of desperate individuals who wanted to live in a free society. But towards the end of the Biden administration, Border Patrol noticed that the composition of Chinese migrants changed. At the end, 2/3 of the migrants were single males of military age, traveling without family members, some pretending not to speak English. Border Patrol knew that some of them had links to the Chinese military, and they were coming across in packs of 4 to 15, and in some of those packs, everybody was outfitted in identical kit. That's extremely suspicious, and we have not tracked those individuals. Obviously, some of them are Chinese agents, operatives, and soldiers, and they are now loose in our country.
I mean, it is. How can we allow that to happen? I'm still scratching my head that the Biden administration allowed these things to happen. There's still a lot of loyal FBI and loyal, agents in our country, and it's just mind-boggling that it could happen in our country.
It is, and what's also mind-boggling is that we know that the Chinese have, these secret Chinese biological weapons facilities in our country. We found one in December 2022, a full lab with at least 20 pathogens, some of them for deadly diseases like Ebola. And we know that in the Wuhan Institute of Virology, the source of COVID, they're studying Ebola. But they also had almost 1,000 mice that have been genetically engineered to spread disease. On January 31 of this year, authorities raided a home in Las Vegas, which was a depot for some sort of biological agent that, according to the housekeeper at that facility, was making people deathly ill. Now, what was found in Las Vegas could not have been manufactured in Reedley, and that leads to the conclusion, John, that there is almost certainly another Chinese biological weapons lab in the United States that we don't know about. And I hope that the FBI talks to the American people and asks them for tips, because those tips led us to the facilities in Reedley and Las Vegas. And we need to find that next Chinese biological weapons lab, because the Chinese are obviously planning a mass casualty event in our country.
I mean, they would be found out. That would lead to a world war almost. I mean, if they did something like that. I mean, let's go backwards. Was COVID manufactured?
Almost certainly COVID was manufactured. People who have studied the pathogen, some of them believe it was genetically modified, others don't. But the explanation that this started in a cave in Yunnan province, way in the south of China, and somehow transferred itself into the middle of China in Wuhan is hard to believe. It's easier to believe that at the Wuhan Institute of Virology there was an accidental escape of the virus. and there's a lot we can talk about that because there have been accidental escapes of pathogens from Chinese biological weapons facilities. But the thing is, John, once this disease got out into China, then Xi Jinping took decisions to spread it beyond China's borders. They lied about transmissibility, and while they were locking down their own country, they were forcing others to take arrivals from China without restrictions. So you put those two things together, and it shows an intent to spread the disease beyond China. So we don't know 100% how it started, but we know 100% how it escaped from China.
Well, that's the one item that really, really annoyed me. They locked down their own country and allowed other plane loads of people to go into Italy, New York, and California, and other parts in the United States. And to me, that was horrible. And the American people should realize that actually happened. They locked down their country, but allowed those planes to keep going to other countries.
Yes, and they knew no later than the second week of December of 2019 that COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2, the pathogen, was highly transmissible human to human. But they didn't publicly admit it until January 20 of 2020, and then they said there was only extremely limited human transmissibility when they knew that wasn't the truth. And in that interim, they were telling health officials around the world, including the head of our CDC, not to worry about COVID-19. So that was deliberate lies. And they spread those lies through, for instance, the World Health Organization, which propagated China's position, even though senior doctors at the WHO knew that the disease was highly transmissible human to human. So it's not only a China problem, it's a WHO problem.
Understood. Well, let's hope Easter brings a new times to our country and to the world, and God bless you for keeping the American people informed, and I don't know what else to say.
Well, God bless you, John, for all the work that you do, and happy Easter to you and your family and to all your listeners.
Thank you, Gordon G. Chang, and your Twitter, at Gordon G. Chang. 24 hours a day, Gordon Chang is working, so if you want to know what's going on, sign up to Gordon Chang's Twitter. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the day with the family.
Thank you, John.
This is Roger Stone for American Sovereign Bullion. Since 2020, the U.S. dollar has lost over 20% of its purchasing power. Meanwhile, gold continues to rise. Call 844-272-2428 or go to asbgold.com now to get your free gold and silver guide and learn how to protect your wealth with physical gold and silver delivered to your door or held in a gold IRA today. So go to asbgold.com now. Don't wait for the markets to drop. That's asbgold.com.